South Africa's Constitutional Court this week dismissed an application by Home Affairs Minister Aaron Motsoaledi for leave to appeal a June 2023 Gauteng High Court in Pretoria ruling that Zimbabwean Exemption Permit ZEP program has been unlawfully terminated. The court ordered the minister to meaningfully consult with the thousands of affected permit holders. The matter was brought to court by the Helen Suzman Foundation, which argued that the minister had not taken into account the profound impact of the termination of the ZEP program on those who had been living and working in South Africa legally for more than a decade. The Supreme Court of Appeal previously refused to entertain then Home Affairs Minister Aaron Motsoaledi's attempt to appeal the ruling. To discuss this further, we are joined live on the line by the Zimbabwe community in South Africa spokesperson, Bongani Mkhwananzi. Good evening, Bongani. Good to have you on News Plus. Now, what's your reaction to this ruling and its meaning to the Zimbabwean community in South Africa?
As Zimbabwe community in South Africa, we would obviously welcome the judgment by the Constitutional Court affirming the previous judgment that due process and consultation needed to have been done when the ZEP was being terminated, so that all the people who would have been affected would have had an input during this consultation period. So we would welcome this judgment because it does affirm that there should have been some process that would have allowed people to express how this was going to affect them. What this means for the Zimbabwean community is that the performance of administrative justice is going to be very important in the decision on how to terminate, whether to terminate the special dispensation. However, we still understand the points the minister brings about, that this temporary measure should not be continuing, and we encourage Zimbabweans that they should still apply for waivers, and we still implore the Ministry of Home Affairs to understand the circumstances that a lot of these people face.
Now, after this, what is your next course of action as the Zimbabwean community in South Africa?
Well, we wish to encourage Zimbabweans really to apply for waivers as a gesture of cooperation as well, since the minister also had alluded that they are giving out waivers, and we are hoping that those waivers help our compatriots migrate to mainstream permits. So this is the most important way forward, that we encourage people to apply for waivers, but at the same time we are aware of many cases where people have applied for waivers, but at applying for the permits they have been rejected, and some people are still waiting for these waivers for the longest time. So we implore the Department of Home Affairs also to be clear and be much faster in adjudicating for these waivers and adjudicating for these permits, so that it is known or how people need to plan their lives. And most of these people have been here in South Africa for 20-25 years or even more, and it's going to be very difficult for them to just uproot their lives, and it's also very difficult for them to hang in limbo, not knowing what is the next phase of their life and what decisions they should be making. So we hope the seventh administration makes it very clear what it intends to do about the ZEP, and we hope whatever is done, due consultation and process is done.
Bongani Mkhwananzi, the spokesperson of the Zimbabwe community in South Africa, just joining us to give us their reaction after this Concourt ruling.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.